Russell Westbrook is a one-time MVP.
Do you believe this guy? Oh, do you believe that guy?
And he's been recently traded to the Denver Nuggets. This put the NBA world in a frenzy once the trade was announced, from legends and analysts voicing their opinion.
Love him in this system because he's an excellent cutter off the ball.
How can this man that went from MVP to averaging 11 points per game exploit the NBA? Let me explain. People are missing a pivotal point though, on how Westbrook may potentially unlock MVP form even at 35. But why the Nuggets out of all places for Westbrook when he could have went anywhere else? And how does it actually exploit the NBA? See, Westbrook understands things we don't, and that was a change of scenery, where he actually gets a chance to play with a dominant big. Westbrook has played with many great wing players from LeBron, Melo, PG, and Kawhi, and point guards, yet it never worked out. He's never actually played with a skilled big man. His best big man consists of Clint Capella, Steven Adams, Ivan Zubac, as these aren't big men you could just roll the ball out to and say, go give me a bucket. They're players you have to put in position so they can get a bucket. We do know he played with Anthony Davis, but they had a lot of heavy ball dominant players, so Westbrook never got to establish himself as a true point guard for the team. Westbrook and Mike Malone see something we're all overlooking, and has a genius plan for Westbrook's success that we're going to unravel today. Westbrook going to the Nuggets, he gets to be their true point guard, which he hasn't got to do for years, and the last time he was a true PG for a team, he put up insane numbers that many didn't even think was possible until he did it again, coining him as potentially one of the greatest point guards ever. But with the Clippers, he never got to be that, which led to his production decreasing, and a no-show appearance against the Mavs putting up unlike Westbrook numbers. Especially with all that talent on the team, someone had to take a backseat and Westbrook decided it would be him, leaving us wondering how did that fail, especially after they went on a 26-5 run once he moved to the bench, which had us all questioning, is he good anymore? As they expected to see prime Westbrook numbers, the Westbrook we all love, the Clippers just didn't seem like the right fit for him. Too much talent on one team, just like the Lakers. How can the skills really shine when you got this going on?
They played him nice. Yeah, nice pass.
Westbrook did have mutual interest in the Nuggets, and the thing that makes this trade unique is Westbrook gets to be teammates with a highly skilled big man, Jokić. It's like Cinderella slipping for him being on the Nuggets. It's almost like the 35-year-old one-time MVP gets a chance to revive his career and pump some oxygen into it, and remind the world who he is offensively and now defensively, after being disrespected by many people for his disappointing season performance and being viewed as washed. With those things said, the first thing that comes to mind for many people is the spacing would be terrible. He needs to improve his jumper. There's not enough basketballs to go around. He's too old. He's not the same. That's not necessarily true at all when you look at it from this point of view. Even at the age of 35, Westbrook moves extremely well and is very durable while still being super explosive. Westbrook has managed to play 62 out of 82 games during the regular season. Well, before explaining how Westbrook will exploit the NBA with all those question marks, you must understand the Nuggets lost Bruce Brown the year before, the high energy guy and ultimate wild card, someone who applied pressure on the rim, a person that was key for them going on their championship run in 2023, who they missed during their playoff series against the Timberwolves. And during free agency this year, they just lost Reggie Jackson and KCP. The Nuggets are down a vocal leader and high energy guy in KCP, as well as a solid backup in Reggie Jackson. Westbrook fills a void. He's now their it factor. He's not someone they can rely on for energy and making winning plays, someone who can make plays like this.
Rebound Westbrook. George for three. No. Rebound Westbrook. Up Oklahoma City. Saved by Melo. 9 seconds to go. They want a timeout. He takes the shot and hits.
Let's never forget Westbrook's effort when it comes to the game. Westbrook may not be the same shooter as KCP, who shot 40%. At the same time, Westbrook does do all the nitty-gritty things, the things you don't see on the stat sheet. He's a poor man's KCP and Reggie Jackson in one at this stage of his career, but the Nuggets still have the opportunity to cut him if anything goes wrong. Even with that being said, that's not even the tip of the iceberg on how Westbrook will dominate. It all begins with Jokic's longtime admiration of Westbrook. Someone who sees Westbrook's game as impactful, entertaining, and respects him, and has been on the other side of Westbrook completely destroying him. Westbrook averages 22.2 points per game against the Nuggets and had one of the most iconic moments of his career in that arena.
what a perfect ending!
Jokić also stated that he wanted Westbrook on the Denver Nuggets. Westbrook now has someone who can help him destroy the defense from a big man's point of view he's never had. Jokić is a person who can help guide Westbrook and make his job easier while eliminating one of Westbrook's major flaws, which is his turnovers. Things are different in Denver, not only the air quality but the talent. So with that in our minds, Westbrook with Jokić on the pick and roll, the big man now has to make a tough decision. Does he play back or does he step up? Steps up, Russ zooms past him for an easy bucket. The big man sits back, Jokić can shoot the three. Even if the big man hedges, by the time he gets back to Jokić, it'll be too late. Jokić has already destroyed the defense. The obvious thought for many people as a defender is start by guarding him below the free throw line. Test Westbrook's confidence, which you can't because Jokić is a shooter, so he can easily pop back out for a three, which also leaves Westbrook a driver lane for a kick out to a shooter, or he can finish at the rim. Westbrook can also set the screen and get a big man on him, allowing him to play downhill, which is where he excels, leading to him hitting Aaron Gordon for a dunk and a dunker spot. Aaron Gordon may be an issue when Westbrook's on the floor, with him not being known as a great shooter. The floor may be condensed, and without the right pieces on the court at times, the offense may look stagnant and a little wild, which can actually cause more turnovers turnovers and out of control plays from Westbrook because he's trying to make something out of nothing. Even with this being said, many think it slows down the offense. It actually helps if Eric Gordon's in the dunker spot. A help defender has to tag him to eliminate the lob, which now gives Jamal Murray and MPJ an easy look for 3. Or Westbrook has a lob or layup, maybe even a drop off to Jokić. You can't forget about that. Also, Westbrook did shoot 45% from the field goal last year, so he's actually somewhat efficient as a scorer, so they will be fine with Eric Gordon on the floor. That's only the first part on how Westbrook will exploit the NBA with heavy rim pressure. Yet that's not even the most lethal part. It's the fact that Jamal Murray now gets to play the Stephen Curry role, where he will get to play more off the ball, which creates easier shots for him and less usage offensively, which actually unlocks Westbrook's greatest superpower, which is playmaking. Westbrook will get to be the Nuggets Draymond Green. Teams may not respect his shot, yet you can't play back because he's getting so much time to depict your defense, which leads to easier shots for his team. He might even step and hit a couple mid-ranges, and if you come out to contest, he's won't pass you for a layup or a driving kick. After unexpected loss to the Timberwolves in the playoffs, the Nuggets owner even admitted, "I think we need some help in the backcourt. I think if we can add a high-level guard, we'll be happy with that," which is exactly who Westbrook is. You also can use Westbrook in the dunker spot and as a cutter. The lack of depth heavily affected the Nuggets in the playoffs, with Jamal Murray facing a calf sprain due to the constant on-ball pressure since he was the point guard. Westbrook may help avoid that in the upcoming season. That's just offensively too. On the defense end, you're getting someone who can guard. Westbrook played some of the best individual defense of his career, breaking 4th in field goal percentage allowed as a contestant defender among players to contest 300 plus shots last season. Westbrook may not start for them as he's coming in to be the backup PG, but take a listen to what Paul Pierce had to say.
I like this move with Russ right there as a starter, with Jamal Murray at the 2, and I think they can still make some noise as a contender.
I don't think he's wrong here putting Westbrook as a starting PG. I actually think it'll be ideal. Let Jamal Murray no longer have to worry about playmaking and strictly focus on scoring. Westbrook is a mirror image of Rondo in this situation. He may feel more secure knowing his role. We do know Westbrook is willing to sacrifice to win and do anything for his team. As we saw that on the Clippers, Westbrook may not be an MVP anymore, but he can still dominate and help a team win. The little things like defensive leadership is something the Nuggets need. This is the perfect fit for Westbrook to prove he still got it and potentially win his first championship as he knows his window is slowly closing. What do you guys think? Do you see Westbrook as a match made in heaven for the Nuggets? Comment down below.